Hey, Shalom family. Once again, this is Yah News. I'd like to bring to you a very important video at this time. May the peace of Yah be with each and every one of you brothers and sisters. May the peace of Yah come upon you, brothers and sisters. It's very important at this time that I bring this to you, brothers and sisters, because we got to let our light shine before the world. Like Isaiah chapter 60 states, brothers and sisters, yes, we got to walk upright before Yah to keep his laws, to obey him. It's very important. I want to take you back to show you the last state of Yisraylyah in the land, the condition of them before they got put out. And I'm going to show you the condition of us when we return into that land. It's very important, brothers and sisters, to know the words of Yah. In between this time period, you will see that we never had a Messiah to come like the New Testament claims. Yes, the New Testament writers claim from the Catholic Church. Brother and sister, that got many of our people deceived and many other people of this earth deceived at this time, believing that there's somebody in heaven coming back to save them. Brother and sister, but you can see that's further from the truth, brothers and sisters. Somebody who died for their sins and bear their sins on a cross, on a stake, a tree, and went in earth for 3 nights and 3 days and rose again. All of this is made up, brothers and sisters, and you can see. But you got to know the history. You got to know the past. And you got to research and study this history out and see what took place in between the time period of them getting put out of the land and the condition of them getting put out of the land. And by who? You got to know who put the children of Yisraylyah out of the land. I show you in my last video who put the children of the northern nation out of the land was Assyria. And they was taken into slavery into Egypt and Assyria, just like Abiyah stated and told the prophet Hosea. So there was the 2 directions the northern tribe went into. That's why even that right there you can see the 12 tribe breakdown what people claim to have where the children of Israel was scattered is 100% false. Because the northern nation was scattered in 2 different locations, from the north to the south. And there ain't no telling where I got scattered from that point on, brothers and sisters. So these nations weren't even together in one location. So keep that in the heart as we go into the video, and we're going to see the rest what occurred to the nation of Yisraylyah. Yes, including the southern nation. Right here, found in the book of Ezekiel the prophet in chapter 36 and 37, I'm going to start off with. But I'm going to show you who came into the land once the southern nation got put out as well. So with that, let's get into it. It's very important, brother, that we get into this, hear the words of Yah, and learn from this. I'm here to help you, never to hurt you. With that, I say shalom. It's right here. Chapter 36, it says, son of death, prophesied to Yisraylyah mountains. Tell them, listen to this. The message from Yah. See, the message came from Yah. You see the word Lord right there, brothers and sisters. But if you know the scripture say any place where you see the word Lord or God, that's where they added the words did in exchange for the name of the Creator. So this is the words of Yah saying prophesied to the nation of Israel. Tell them this message. Verse 2. Your enemies have snared at you. You see that? And claim your ancient land. See your ancient heights, your land, your mountains as theirs. And destroyed you on every side and sent you away as slaves. You see that? The enemy claimed your land, talking about Esau, and sent us away as slaves to many lands. You get that? Plain right here, you can see in many lands as slaves, Esau had their hand in it all the way. He said, you are mocked. And you know that's so true. We are mocked, Negro, colored, black, African American, and on, and slaughtered. You get that? So with that, I'm going to go over to verse 17 to down to 33. Because it's very important at this time, brothers and sisters, so we can see these things right here. I just wanted to show you who put us out of that land. Who came in and helped escort us out of that land. Yes. It's very important to know these things, brothers and sisters. Because they came in when they saw the enemy attacking us. And helped the Greek nations expel us from that land, brothers and sisters. With that, it's right here, verse 17. It says, son of death, when the people of Yisraylyah were living in their own country, they defiled it by their evil deeds. See, when our ancestors was in the land, they defiled it by their own deeds. To me, their worship was as foul as filthy rags. You see that? Well, I just said that the worship to Yah was foul as filthy rags. That's why all y'all rejected. He rejected us at that time period, brothers and sisters. So these are things you got to remember. These are things you got to take to heart. Never forget this, brothers and sisters. And that's why I objected everything we did from that time point. Even stopped the feasts and the Sabbaths and the new moons, because our worship to Him, service to Him, was defiled. Was found as filthy rags. So let me get into it. It said they polluted the land with murder, with the worship of idols. See, with Shemuel worship, Pizel worship. The making of idols and bowing down to worship them, to serve them. So I poured out my fury upon them. You see that? Upon them. And I exiled them to many lands. You see that? Some people look at that and say that's a contradiction. Because earlier, I just read to you up early on the same chapter that Yah expelled them out of the land by their enemies, Esau. Yes, and see, when Yah put them out, He allowed all of these things to be done by our enemies. He didn't tell them to do it, but He knew they was going to do this because He know their hearts. That's when Yah withdrew from us. He knew all of these things was going to occur to us. That's why He said He expelled us to all these lands, brothers and sisters. He allowed us to go. So keep that in mind. No contradiction there. But He never told nobody to do it, but He knew the enemy was going to do these things. He know their hearts and the hatred they had towards us. So with that, brothers and sisters, that's where they come up guilty at. So right here, let me get it back again. And I exiled them to many lands. That is how I punished you. That was how He punished us, by exiling us to many lands for the evil way they lived. But when they were scattered out among the nation, then they were a blight upon my name. See that? All y'all say we was a blight upon his name, brothers and sisters. And Michael, that's name because the nation said these are the people of Barah. See right there, Barah, and he couldn't protect them from harm. See, they made Abiyah look bad because Abiyah withdrew himself from us. He allowed the enemy to do these things to us, so it made it seem like Abiyah could not protect them. But that was further from the truth. But he had to punish us. He said, I am concerned about my reputation that was ruined by my people throughout the world. You see, throughout the world. He said, therefore, say to the people of Yisraylyah, see, this is the message to us, Yahbarah, say, I am bringing you back again, but not because you deserve it. I am doing it to protect my Kodesh name, which you tarnished among the nations. I will honor my great name that you defiled. You see that? And the people of the world should know I am Yah, and I will be honored before their eyes by delivering you from exile among them. See, these are the words of Yah, brothers and sisters. This is the change that can come upon the people of Yah. You got to take that to heart, brothers and sisters. The change will come upon the people of Yah. So keep that in mind. Let me find my place again. Because Abiyah said he's going to bring us back. Right here, 24. Make sure I got my 20. He said, for I will bring you back home again to the land of Yisraylyah. He said, then it shall be as though this is a very important part right here. This show you right here our last state. I show you the first state we was in. When we got put out of the land, we was in the defiled state. Murder was taking place. Worship with idols was taking place. The worship was as filthy rags, like a woman pert rag. That's why Abiyah did not receive us at that time. But this is the return state we are in at right here. I'm about to give it to you right here in Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 25. He said, then it will be as though I had sprinkled clean water on you, for you will be clean. Your filthiness, see, remember he said we left in filthiness, we return in filthiness, will be washed away. You see that on this on the return. Showing in between the whole time period we was out of the land, we was unclean. And nobody never cleaned this up, like they claim in the New Testament. He said, your idols worship God. And I will give you a new heart, and I will give you a new and right desire, see, and put a new spirit within you, and I will take out your stony hearts of sin. You see that? I'm going to do this when I return home, never in the land until we get home from captivity. It said, and give you a new heart. I read that, of love. No, I haven't read that. Give you a new heart of love, and I will put my spirit within you so that you obey my laws. It's very important that you will obey my laws and do whatever I command. Let's go down. And you shall live in Yisraylyah, the land which I gave you, the land I gave your fathers long ago, and